The kings of the internet have returned victorious, and we call ourselves Two Cousins Drinking.
And today we're two cousins drinking Guinness Draught.
Drought equals draft. Are we pronouncing it wrong? It should be Guinness Draught.
And today we're two cousins drinking Guinness Draught in a bottle.
You got schooled by Blue!
Blue!
Oh, so we smelled, and you smelled what?
I smelled chocolate, which is not one of the listed, but definitely coffee.
Sort of a, yeah, like like a latte.
Yeah. A milkiness to it? A cream?
I wanted to say that, but I don't know if the word milky would be proper.
Foamed milk?
Foamed milk, that would be a latte with a hint of coffee.
Yeah.
There's a word for you.
How about your taste? What does it taste like?
My taste?
Light. Very light. It's one of those, I remember this beer when I was young as being heavy as a brick, and now it's super light and easy to drink. Isn't that weird?
It is. Sort of a roasted oats flavor. That's what I get.
Hollow notes?
Sort of a hollow oats. You get through the mustache flavor. Greg?
JP?
We're two cousins drinking.
And that's Blue.
Blue?
Off camera.
On the turntables. What are we doing here?
We're drinking beer. So, some of you may know, beer comes in a 6-pack.
I got there.
We drink it in a 6-pack. So we drink it once, we tell you what we think, we drink it twice, we say a bunch of irreverent stuff, and we drink it 3 times, and we make drunken asses of ourselves.
Guinness is probably the one beer that I will always return to. Mostly I like to try different beers.
We didn't cheers. Did we?
Cheers?
Cheers. Blue.
Guinness, yeah, I've had a lot of Guinness, and for a while I avoided it because I've had it.
Yes.
Why drink it? I've had it.
And then you go back.
And then I bought some for like St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I've had this. Why? All right, I'll drink one, and then I have a sip, and then
There's
so silky smooth.
how much of the wonderfulness is nostalgia versus actual?
I would say for me personally, it's not nostalgic because I was avoiding it because I've had it. Guinness, I've had thousands, and then I had one, and then it's just so smooth, creamy.
It's
Blue? Stay off the topic here. You're just a cameraman. The official color, you'll see black. It is actually red. The official color of Guinness is red.
This makes me feel younger. Does it make sense?
Blue!
Shut up!
You're behind the camera.
You're not getting any dregs.
Well, he got a beer. See, you give him a beer and he thinks he's part of the crew. I was surprised while investigating Guinness that the recipe has actually changed over the years.
I'm not surprised, but I did not know that.
Like they were losing their share of the market. And this was invented in 59. What we know as Guinness was invented in 59.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
I was shocked. I figured it's been the same for
That's when
millennia.
Is that when they introduced the nitrogen?
Yes. A scientist came up with this ingenious method of providing us beer. I just have nothing to say. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this. I noticed we're drinking it faster than other shows. We didn't even say ABV 4.2%.
Is it? Is it?
It is. I didn't look on the bottle. I looked just off the top of my head. Where is it? Guinness, you saucy little tart.
Fat free. Fat free. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Carbs, 9.9 grams. Whew, we're getting close to the end of the first drink. Should we do something crazy on the second drink?
We could invite Blue to drink with us on camera.
They make it fast.
Sure.
Okay. Blue, bring me my toilet. It's drink number 2. We're not messing around this time. Blue, we need your help.
Blue.
Oh, that was fast.
Blue. What are you doing here?
Ready?
Go.
I can't do it. So much beverage. So much beverage. So much beverage in my belly. It's good though. drink number 3. Thank you for joining me, Greg.
You're welcome, JP.
Ugh, you seem to pour with more vigor.
We need to discuss how many fingers of head we get from pouring like an asshole instead of like a normal person from a tap. Is this Guinness on your pantheon of beers?
Yes.
Me too.
If I had to choose one beer for the rest of my life, you can only have one, I probably would choose Guinness.
It is drinkable anytime, anywhere, that's for sure. Can we discuss stout a little bit? What is stout? Where did stout come from?
Oh.
Initially, stout referred to the higher alcohol beers in a brewery selection. You even had pale stouts. In England, as the porters became more and more popular, stout porters, the high alcohol porters, became very popular, and eventually they just started referring to the dark beers as stouts. There's still some debate about if porter and stout are in fact distinct styles, or if they're just variations on the same style.
That I knew, yes.
That's where
I was going to bring that up. Thanks for stealing my thunder. Good thing Jesus wasn't such a jerk.
Yes.
Guinness Draught.
Is that how you pronounce it?
That's what our cameraman says, but what does he know? He's the cameraman.
I said the early days. Let's say the early days. Blow, rewind.
Ah, this is what the third beer is all about.
Will you stop laughing?
What would you eat with this beer?
I've never thought of that. Tuna fish sandwich.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a fisherman's beer, kind of.
That doesn't sound like a catchphrase you want on your beer. It's a fisherman's beer.
Is there any superhero you would create to get their special powers from Guinness?
Oh, man. It'd be the Hulk and less crazy than the Hulk. It'd be a more controlled Hulk. An intellectual Hulk. It'd be something in between the Rock, the wrestler, and the Hulk.
Okay. 2000 drinking powers activate!
Cheap special effects. What's interesting is, as a company, they seem to be very involved in the employees' lives. From a very early point, they would help them with housing and medical and all this stuff before it was required or anything like that. It was a community.
Yeah.
Did we need to have a full episode of this? We could have just done a... Enjoy straight from the bottle.
Why am I thinking...
Why are you thinking? You're here to look pretty. I make Greg's bottle shake.
We get to ask Blue to tell me about his tapestries.
Greg, fill me in here. Fill me in here. I don't remember, but do you remember asking Blue that we cared about his opinion on anything? Do you remember that?
Wasn't that cheers to Guinness?
To Guinness.
We don't have to chug it. We
I'm
probably
going to
should.
chug it.